Good morning. My name is Carrie Carter, and I am the Executive Director of Cargo Ranch and a co-founder along with my husband, Robert, and Jeff and Debbie Goss. And thank you for joining us this morning. We just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Cargo Ranch. And if you've joined us the last couple of days, I hope that we have painted a really nice picture of what Cargo Ranch is. I know you may have heard the name Cargo in various settings. So now I hope that you understand a little bit better about what we do out here and how you can participate and how you can be a part of Cargo, whether it be a volunteer or if you have a kid that wants to come out, you know how to contact us and you can be a part of Cargo Ranch. One of the things that we are promoting right now is our 5K. We have a 5K and 1 mile fun run coming up on June 27th at 8 a.m. We hold it at Heritage Church at 2100 North Bryan Road. You can sign up through our website at www.cargoranch.org. It was supposed to be on April 18th, but due to COVID, we had to change it this year, which is okay. It must be the way that the Lord wanted it to go. So we're really looking forward to it. It is our 5th annual run. We'll have auction baskets available. We'll be selling popcorn. It's just going to be a really great time. And we have some really great sponsors that help us. Paul's Place Steakhouse. We have the Sac and Fox Nation is one of our sponsors, along with Heritage Church. Chick-fil-A is a big sponsor of ours. And we just have some really great people who walk alongside us to pull this off, really. So today we wanted to come to you. Well, first of all, I also wanted to say thank you to Daniel Shawnee, Jared Gillum, Shawnee CTV for allowing us this opportunity to get on here and talk about Cargo so that our community knows who we are and what we do and to promote the race. So thank you guys so very much for allowing us that opportunity. So today, the first person that I would like to introduce is someone extremely special to me. She has grown up at Cargo. She was only 7 or 8 when we started Cargo. And so she has lived the Cargo life. There have been times that it's been really tough for her because Cargo kind of probably ran our life a lot at times in her life. So she has been gracious to come on today and kind of talk about her experience a little bit and to help me with the interview today. So I'd like to introduce my daughter, Katie Carter.
Hi, thank you, Mom.
Oh, you're lagging. There you are. There's my daughter. Yeah. Good morning. Thank you for waking up early today.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so tell me just kind of quickly a little bit about what you do at Cargo.
So I've done pretty much everything at Cargo. I have gotten to be on the work crew, where is exactly what it sounds like. You are working, picking up sticks, kind of keeping maintenance of the ranch. And I've also gotten the ability to transition into being a mentor, which has been the most beautiful and exciting transition. And I've gotten to work with kids who just have a passion to be outside and learn more about ranching or the Lord. And it's just such a fun hour.
How old do you have to be a mentor?
18. I kind of worked my way into that about 18.
Yep, you did. Okay. Would you like to introduce our amazing guest that we have loved for many, many years?
Of course. So today we wanted to interview a Cargo volunteer who is very near and dear to our hearts. He is joining us from Western Colorado. His name is Jason Berger. He graduated from OBU in 2017 and has kind of been at Cargo and done about everything you could ever think of. And this is Jason Berger.
Hi, Jason.
Good
And
morning.
honestly, Jason is kind of part of the Carter family. Somehow we adopted him along the way, and he would come out and sit and have dinner with us after a long day at the station and just hang out with us. So we've adopted him, and we love him dearly. How are you this morning at just now turning 6 a.m. in Grand Junction?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm running on about 5 hours of sleep. I worked late last night, but I've got my coffee, and wouldn't miss talking about cargo for the world. So I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you. We're glad that you were here this morning. It's good just to see your face because it's been a long time.
Yeah, I miss you guys too.
All right, Katie, get us started. Pop those questions off to Jason.
All right, so Jason, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Why did you decide to come to Cargo?
Actually, can you speak? I can't hear her. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay. So tell us why you came to Cargo and why, when you were at OBU, how did you hear about Cargo and what made you want to come out to the ranch?
Carrie, I'm sorry. I still can't hear her. I don't know
Can't
what the
hear.
deal is.
Okay, I will. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself and when you came out to OBU, why'd you come out to Cargo Ranch?
Well, originally I came out to Cargo selfishly. It's taken me a little while to admit that, but it's true. I'm a suburban white boy. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and so growing up in the suburbs, you don't grow up around a ranch a whole lot. You don't grow up around a lot of horses either. So for me, the cargo life was interesting, and I wanted to know more about it. Also, when I got to OBU in 2014, I was kind of a loser. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know a single person on campus. And so I kind of looked at cargo as a way to kind of plug in and see what the deal was around Shawnee and maybe make a friend or two. So I remember showing up, and I had like neon green tennis shoes on, and I had a mohawk. I looked totally out of place, but the amount of love you guys showed me and the amount of acceptance I felt there at the ranch was enough to get me to stick around, and I'm really glad I did because it really changed my life.
So what are you doing now?
Currently, I work in Western Colorado. I'm a weekend anchor and weeknight reporter for a small news station out here. And it's a lot of work, but this is where God led me, so here I am.
Well, and one day we hope to get you back down here. That's our goal, that one of our news stations get wise and hire you to come down here because we miss you. Okay, so tell me this. What was it like to be a volunteer for you? Tell us about some different ways that you plugged in while you were here.
Yeah. So when I volunteered at Cargo, I pretty much did everything. Starting out my freshman year, I remember just kind of being interested in the work crew and shoveling and raking horse manure for the majority of my time. But I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere, I guess. So I did that for a couple of weeks. And then I remember getting into mentoring the kids after a couple of weeks. And that was kind of a challenge, actually, for me. I really wasn't used to being around kids, and I really wasn't used to being a role model and being there for somebody that really, needed someone in their life. And so I was really kind of nervous at first, to be quite honest. And when I got that first kid, though, the Lord obviously changed my heart because it came naturally to me, and that was something that was unexpected. I remember walking around the ranch. I remember doing everything you guys have, and my heart was just kind of melted. And I remember connecting with the kid, and you think it's going to be like this big thing where you have to be official or professional, or you have to be the adult, and that's really not it at all you have to do is connect with the kid. And I remember talking about everything from Power Rangers to Marvel superheroes and thinking, yeah, I want to talk about that too. And so it was kind of a natural transition for me. Like I said, I kind of did everything. I eventually transitioned to the horse team and worked with the horses and the kids. And then at one point, I'm pretty sure I got put in charge of all the fishing pond stuff. Not sure how that happened, but I think it did at one point. But anyway, I've done just about everything the ranch has to offer, and I'm glad I did because I feel like I got that full experience.
Good.
Awesome. So, can you hear me this time?
I can. Thank you.
Okay,
Glad
awesome.
to see you.
Okay, so Cargo aims to help kids who have obstacles in their lives or troubled backgrounds. And why do you think kids like this need a place like Cargo to help them?
Yeah. So as I obviously didn't grow up in Oklahoma, but I did grow up in public school my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I went to college in Shawnee. And so I was there. I saw the town. I saw the issues and the things that were going on around there at the time. And the kids need that influence. The kids need somewhere they can go and somewhere that they can plug in and someone to love on them in an area where that's not guaranteed. And especially in a lot of these backgrounds with the kids that, you know, they only have one parent at home, or they're living with their grandparents, or they're being raised by somebody that's really not their true family member. They need to feel like they belong somewhere, and Cargo provides that. And it provides that not just for the kids, but for the volunteers also, really. And so I think that's where a lot of that bond comes from, is that there's this magical place where everyone can go, where they can feel loved and they feel God's love, and it all just meshes together. It's crazy. It's pretty cool that God actually has favor with Cargo Ranch. So it's very, very cool.
So I remember you coming out, and you graduated from OBU in 3.5 years. So that in itself is pretty impressive. But I remember you coming out, and it never failed. Jason always had on his Oakley sunglasses, and he had on size small.
Whoa.
Camo.
It was medium. It was always medium. Come on.
Sure. That was small. That was always real tight, and we're supposed to wear our Cargo t-shirts every single week, and somehow Jason never seemed to show up in his Cargo shirt. I don't know what happened. But that's one thing that didn't change over the course of the 3.5 years that you volunteered. But you did change a lot. I watched it, and it was really a blessing. So I know that Cargo makes impacts and changes the lives of the kids. We heard from Trevor yesterday talk about that. How did Cargo impact you?
Yeah, I actually saw part of that interview with Trevor. That was good stuff.
Oh, good.
So it's easy, and I've talked to some people from Cargo about this in the past, but when people hear about Cargo Ranch, it's easy for them to kind of understand the connection between the mentors and the kids, right? It's an organization that's there to help the kids. But what they don't always see is what it does to the mentors, us, the volunteers that were there, either from the community or from OBU. And it leaves a lasting impact. It really does. And most of the volunteers, like myself at the time, were coming from a lot of college classes or maybe jobs during the day, and they just needed somewhere to go to kind of unwind. And I know that sounds a little strange, given that we were there to mentor the kids and we kind of had some responsibility, but that's really what Cargo was. Where was I going with this? Anyway, the ranch was there for us too, and it impacted us in a big way. With a lot of uncertainty in life, especially as a college student, and you kind of wonder what direction you're going to go, you start to see God's work kind of come out in the kids when you're there just by showing up. And that was something kind of unexpected for me. I remember days and days where I was just absolutely gassed or worn out or just didn't have any energy. And I would show up to Cargo and be asked to mentor 2 kids and deal with a stubborn horse. And it didn't matter. But it didn't matter, though, because it naturally gave you energy, and it motivated you just to show up. And so that was something that really stuck with me my whole life. And that's why I think about cargo every single week now, is because it was like, it got us through our difficult times too. And like I said, I don't think people always understand that. They think the mentors and the volunteers are there just to help out and do, just because somebody asked them to, but really it has a lasting impact on us too. It's a two-way street. So that's really what kept me coming back year after year.
Awesome. Okay, so what are one or two of your favorite memories at Cargo? They can either be goofy, serious, whatever sticks out.
Well, my favorite memory is when my roommate fell in the fishing pond, but if he's watching this, sorry, man. Anyway, really my favorite cargo related memories are probably the rodeos, quite honestly.
Okay.
Because you get everyone there, right? And you get the kids and you, the volunteer, get to show off, right? You get to show off their skills. You get to show off their progress they've made that semester by coming to the ranch. And so you get to show everyone's parents, including the kids, what they do and what they've been able to accomplish. So for instance, if there were situations with kids where they had never seen a horse in their life, and they would show up to the ranch, and after 9 weeks, or I guess 4 to 5 weeks, whatever, how often they came out.
8 weeks, Jason, 8 weeks.
Whatever, it's the time blurs. But anyway, the kids, you would see a difference, right? And so it was kind of like impactful to see, like, yes, we're doing something. Like, these kids are actually confident doing something now. It doesn't matter what it was, whether it was horses, fishing, just being around people. That's a big one too, because you don't understand all the time that a lot of the kids just don't like being around people. They don't know how to be social. And then when you get to cargo, that all of a sudden changes. And so to show everyone's parents that, and to show everyone in the community that shows up just the progress, I think that was really cool just to see at the rodeos. I remember my own parents showing up to one of the rodeos, and they've heard about me talking about this place called Cargo Ranch, and they're like, "You bought a pair of boots, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did. I did the whole thing." And they were even like, "Wow, now I get it." Right? It's like, right, you are actually helping somebody out. And so for me, the rodeos is kind of where that all came together throughout the semesters I was there.
So I'm so glad that you mentioned the rodeo, because we haven't actually talked about that before. So what we do, the rodeo is essentially the show and tell, or it's the dance recital for Cargo Ranch. It's a dance recital for Cargo Ranch. So at the end of the fall season, we put on a big rodeo where there's chili cook-off and games, and each kid gets to come out into the arena and demonstrate what they've learned for that day or that week or that semester. And if the kids haven't been working with the horse, we always manage to find something that is tailored to their gifts and abilities. We have one kiddo that he was amazing at sitting up in the bandstand with us and talking about cargo, and he was just a really great kid. We had one kid catch fish out of a tank with his bare hands one time. So we just really do our best to find something that it's tailored to the kids. So Jason, what would you say to the people out there listening right now about how to get involved, or if they were thinking about getting involved? What would you say to those people that might be a little bit hesitant because they've never worked with horses before, or they've never been out to a ranch before and they're a little bit nervous about that?
I'd say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter if you don't have any experience. Doesn't matter if you don't even know what you're doing. Just your presence at all is going to make an impact. And I learned that through my experience at Cargo too. The people there, the volunteers there, walk you through everything. They give you everything you need. They give you the guidance. And really, you'll find that it's pretty quick to pick it up. These kids are not that hard to get along with. They're really not. And like I said, I wasn't someone that, really worked with kids before. In fact, it was kind of scary to me. In fact, that part was probably more scary than like working with horses or something like that. So there is a place for you at Cargo Ranch if it's something you're interested in. It doesn't matter your experience level. It doesn't matter if you don't know the first thing about horses or how to tack up or anything like that. I would just encourage you that if it's something that's on your heart, to really go through with it, because you will get used in a powerful way. And it might even be unexpected. And that's what happened to me. So.
And we're glad that you came, for sure.
Oh, thanks.
I guess so, yeah, just a little bit.
Whatever.
Okay, so
your attitude, Katie.
why do you think that Shawnee, Oklahoma needs Cargo Ranch? Out of, all of the places in Oklahoma, why do you think Shawnee could use a place like Cargo?
Yeah, I think a lot of places could use a place like Cargo. But there's something about that community. There's a lot of kids there that need a Cargo Ranch in their life. And I don't just say that because of what I've seen. It's what I've heard the kids talk about. It's like, oh, I've lived here my whole life and I've never seen a horse, or I've never been close to one. And I come from 2 states away, and I'm like, what do you mean you never seen a horse? It's Oklahoma. Anyway, so it was obvious to me that God used Cargo. That was never a doubt. From the second that I got there, it was always like, okay, these people are on a mission, and this place is getting used for something that might have seemed crazy at one point, but it's obviously working out now. And so for that to continue and to see it succeed, I think it's only going to build. And the fact that it's grown too. When I got there, there was a corral and some woods and picnic benches out in the woods. And it was like, this is kind of simple, but I like it. But now that, you got the barn, you got all kinds of stuff, you got structures, there's things built up. And it's obvious the community really cares about it. And so that, to me, just from the overall growth, like the success of a 501c3 ranch, tells me that God's using it and it needs to continue to be used.
Thank you. Jason, thank you for coming on today. I'm super excited that Katie got to join us with you, especially just because of, it's been really cool how the volunteers have come out, and so many of the volunteers have just adopted my girls and have always loved on them and cared for them. I mean, this is a guy who sends my daughters birthday presents and the red sweater that's been worn a ton. These volunteers, they are part of the family. You are part of our family, and we love you. And without Cargo, I wouldn't know you. And I'm just so thankful for the way that you love my family. And we're excited to see what God's going to do with you in Junction, and hopefully bring you back here soon.
Yeah, I'd like to come back to Oklahoma. I really would. And Katie and Chloe are like my own sisters, and they'll always be that way. So thank you guys for taking me in too. It meant a lot, and it still means a lot. So I appreciate it.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful day off. We love you, and we will talk to you very soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
And I just want to thank again Shawnee CTV for allowing us to do this. Katie, thank you for coming on this morning and helping me visit with Jason. It was really great to be able to sit downstairs from you and do an interview. I love it. So great. And again, thank you to Daniel and Jared for helping us out and allowing us to do this and to promote our 5K, which is June 27th. We would love for you to come out and join us at Heritage Church. Another way, we did have a question I forgot to answer. When the best time to come out to Cargo? So sorry I missed that. So if you want information on cargo, please go to our website. There's information about the run, but there's also information about how you can get involved with cargo. There's our email addresses, our cell phone, our phone numbers on there, and you can call us, set up a time to come out. If you would like a tour, give us a call, email us, and set up a time to come out and visit with us. You can also find the information to the run. It will link you directly to a place where you can sign up. The early bird deadline is June 11th. So go ahead and get signed up early. Even if you don't get signed up by June 11th, you can go ahead and sign up. You can walk up the day of the race and sign up and register, and we will let you in. It's only a $5 difference, but really the big difference is you're not necessarily guaranteed a t-shirt if you wait until the day of the race. And those t-shirts are awesome. So we would love for you to come, participate, support cargo. And if you have any questions, please go to our website, email us. You can call us at 405-585-8630. We will answer your call as soon as possible. If you leave a message, we can get back to you pretty quick. So anyways, thank you so much for joining us again this morning and for the opportunity. Please go back and listen to the 2 days prior if we didn't get all the information. I think we pretty much covered everything about cargo in the last 3 days. So I think that you can gain a lot of information just listening to these YouTube videos. And so again, have a great Thursday and God bless.